The last and final product of 2024 is slated to be December 13th, just under a month from the release of this video. This will unveil the last of the cards for the year and will be legal for nationals. How big of a change could these cards affect the meta? Find out. Today's video aims to go over each and every one of these cards before tying it up all together with a few decks here and there that could see improvements. But overall, this is also an opportunity for players, old and new, to pick up some staples that have gotten a secondary printing. If you've been wanting that deathxmon or Scramble Ruin mode, you now have a chance to get one in a box. Each box has 29 cards total, as the site indicates buying a box will yield you all 26 types, and then 2 of the 8 alternate art cards, and 1 box topper. Very quickly, your alternate art cards are currently deathxmon, Chaosdramon X, Imperialdramon Dragon mode, Grand Kuwagamon Ace, Scramble Ruin mode, Quantumon, Sistermon Blanc, and Sistermon Seal. Though I have no additional knowledge at this point on whether the cards here are identical in quality to the ones from Event Pack 7, or if they're textured. The box toppers themselves are the new alternate arts of EX7 Magnet Kidmon, Gundramon, and Beelstarmon Ace. And yes, my fellow tamers, these arts combine to create another amazing art mural. But when you look at the rest of the set, is it worth it? Early sales that I've been able to identify from store owners is that the box will be anywhere from $40 to maybe $55. It's all inconclusive for the time being, but for this you're going to get 29 cards, which could honestly be worth it. Because for at least one of every card in this set, you'll be nabbing a lot of new promos, including new Ace Digimon, Scrambles, and the new memory boosts. The only cards that are repeats that you'll find in this set are going to be some of the promos from tournament packs from recent events. Promo Dramon, for example, is a card that gets a second printing with a foil border. This card can end of your turn move itself back to the breeding area. It also provides inheritable piercing. Pretty neat, especially if you're considering playing Digimon Paladin Mode Ace. The Gotsumon X is a blocker that digivolves off Gotsumon for 0 memory, and can't attack if it doesn't have Gotsumon or the X antibody in the sources. Opponent's turn, once per turn when an attack target is changed. One of your Digimon with blocker may unsuspend. In essence, this could be a double blocker, but the inheritable simply gives plus 1000 DP to all of your Digimon with blocker. Myotismon X on play and when digivolving deletes one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. But on deletion, if it had Myotismon or the X antibody in the sources, you may play one level 6 Digimon with Myotismon and its name from your trash without paying cost. Venom Myotismon or Malomyotismon, sheesh, scary. Recharge Plug-in Q is the newest option card that can be played ignoring its color requirement if you have a tamer in play. In security, you can give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1. But for its main effect, you play this card as one of your non-white Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Because, for this inheritable effect, when this Digimon would be deleted in battle, you can place the Recharge Plug-in Q in security from the sources to prevent its deletion. Looking at this now, it could also be kind of funny in 3 Musketeers. One of my personal favorites though has to go to Wanyamon, but mainly because with more nature spirit support coming in the future, this is arguably one of the best eggs for it. Not to mention, because it is a promo, it might fall into the same category of being an expensive promo. Because the egg gives you a draw 1 effect, this is where its value is especially important. Minomon likewise could be very useful for the fact that Virus Imperialdramon players need this egg. And again, being a promo, it makes it hard to obtain these types of cards sometimes. Could Virus Imperialdramon be more budget friendly? Not on your life with Shademon. We still need another printing of this card. This egg's inheritable effect is simply if this Digimon is multicolored, when attacking once per turn by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Exermon is probably one of my lowly ranked cards for this set because it's Pulsemon themed. When digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. If you have 3 or fewer, one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. The inheritable simply suspends one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as it. But due to the timing of when the effect triggers, when you attack target is declared simultaneously. Meaning you can't suspend their Digimon before the attack, which is why green cards kind of suck in my eyes. And finally, Digimon Liberator, the promo returns. This 3-cost option card being usable as long as you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Liberator trait in play. This card reveals the top 3 cards of the deck, adds 1 with the Liberator trait before you play a play cost 3 or less card from your hand without paying the cost. This is an amazing card considering you can play Tamers and level 3 Digimon without paying their costs and getting their search. And ultimately, if you want something that's kind of like Vortex Resonance, this is it. The only downside, it doesn't reduce Digivolution costs. While there are some of the reprinted cards, the main goodies that everyone's excited for are the new Ace Digimon, the Scrambles, and the new memory boosts. 6 new Ace Digimon debut in this set, and some of them could be game-changing. Agumon Bond of Bravery Ace, for example, can blast Digivolve from a red level 6 Digimon or even an Agumon if you have 2 or fewer security cards. On play and when Digivolving, delete any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to or equal or less than this Digimon's DP. Considering my Agumon control variant had some ridiculous elements, this just adds more to the woodworks. Not to mention, Greymon is treated as being Agumon on all turns if you have it in the sources. In other words, good luck if your opponent's at 2 security. This Digimon also has a when attacking, once per turn effect in which if you have a Tamer, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. There is a lot you can do with this deck now, considering you could bank on the Greymon to raise a new Mon or control the board with Skull Greymon. Gabumon Bond of Bravery Ace follows a similar pattern, but returns 2 of your opponent's Digimon with equal or fewer Digivolution sources than this Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Unlike trashing security though, it unsuspends itself if you have a Tamer. Does Garurumon have enough to stand on its own with this card? There is potential. Sakuyamon Maid Mode Ace can blast from a yellow level 5, or even just Sakuyamon. On play and when Digivolving, you may place 1 yellow Tamer, or 1 option card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand at the top of your security. Revelation of Light might have just found another new home for me. All turns, once per turn when an option card is used, or when a card is added to the security stack, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP. I have a lot of ideas for this already, considering this Digimon is not just yellow, but data attribute as well. Shivamon can go from any green level 5, or a level 5 with Pulsemon in its text for a cost of 3. It can also be blasted into, of course. On play and when Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, suspend 1 Digimon and 1 of your Digimon gets buffed by 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, return 1 of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. At exactly 3, this means you get to do both. Interestingly, you could suspend itself in order to make it unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects. Though it could top out at 14,000 DP, there's a lot that Insectoid decks, especially those that use Izzy Azumi, could make this more effective. Cyberdramon Ace is the one that I'm keeping a close eye on, mainly because on play and when Digivolving, you reveal the top 5 cards of the deck and play 1 black Tamer with a play cost of 4 or less, without paying the cost. The rest go to the top or bottom of the deck. If you are successful, or if you have a Tamer already in play, you can de-Digivolve 1 on 1 of your opponent's Digimon. The Inheritable is also de-Digivolve 1. Machinedramon has a new toy that infinitely increases the playability, considering now you have ways to cheat out not just Analog Man, but Tai Kamiya as well. Maybe, just maybe, Black Base is coming back with a conventional stack build. But the last and final Ace Digimon goes to Megidramon Ace. This Digimon digivolves from a level 5 Digimon with Groundmon in its name, meaning War Groundmon and Black War Groundmon are viable targets. On play and when Digivolving, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 11,000 DP or less. Additionally, all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area by playing 1 Guilmon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards or trash. Place this Digimon as that Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. In essence, you can circumvent the overflow momentarily, at least until Guilmon gets deleted. I'm so excited to start playtesting Gallantmon, especially in January when EX8 drops. But for the remainder of the video, we're getting the powerful Scramble option cards. Each one does the same thing, but for its specific Scramble color. For 2 memory, their main effect lets you digivolve 1 of your specific color Digimon into the same color in your hand, with its Digivolution cost reduced by 3. The delay requires your opponent to have a Digimon in play, and at the start of your turn, return 1 Digimon of the specific Scramble's color from trash to the top of the deck. Then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one of that Scramble's color with 2000 DP or less from the trash without paying the cost. In security, you simply play one Digimon with 2000 DP or less of that specific Scramble's color from your trash without paying the cost. Then you add this card to your hand. This card is amazing for all forms of decks moving forward, and will likely be most effective in decks that alliance or require other Digimon in play for their effects. While lastly, the memory boosts are all 3 cost option cards that can search for dual colors now. Garnet adding a red or black Digimon amongst the top 3. Wisteria for red or blue. Amber searches for yellow or purple. Jade for green or blue. Sepia for black and yellow. And Grape for green or purple. All the delay effects just gain you 2 memory. These are going to be major bumps to coming decks in preparation for Nationals, some being more potentially useful than others. With Garnet Memory Boost, for example, this provides more benefits for decks like Ragnar Lordmon and even potentially Greymon decks, though you do bottom deck the Tamer still. Wisteria could be useful in an Omnimon deck, but could also be used in a Galaxy type of deck as well, while Amber supplements Mastimon's consistency. Jade could now be used for Imperial Dramon decks, while Sepia could be used for Numamon or even Sendromon decks that go with a black top end. All in all, the consistency is going to be massively improved, but in your opinion, what are the cards that you're going to be wanting? Are you after the reprints, the consistency options, or the aces? Or is this the complete package that fixes everything for you for your deck that you are taking to Nationals? Let me know your thoughts, because in the coming days, it's another essay-styled video. This DigiPanda, logging out.